the tree of the universe. And so that way the similarities between the tree and the universe of the creation are pointed out. And then wants to point out the difference between them in order to lead us to understand that the cause of the universe is something different from the cause of the conventional tree or cause of a conventional effect. So, and that cause of the universe ultimately is Brahman. The idea is, what is the cause of the universe? What's the ultimate source of everything? Brahman. And thus, to point out Brahman, this whole thing is done here. So, Vartikara says, Sadharmyam sati vaidharmyam shakyam prashtum yatah. Since vaidharmya or the non-similarity can be asked of only when the similarities between the two have been established, tatah sadharmyam uchyate shrutya tad vanaspati martyayoho. Tatah, therefore, tad vanaspati martyayoho tat sadharmyam shrutya uchyate. Therefore, first of all, the Shruti states about the sadharmya, similarity obtaining between vanaspati, that is the tree, and this martya, meaning this body. Iti. Say the Tika further, iti anvaya sapekshvatvad vyatirekasya. Vyatireka is the non-similarity. So non-similarity depends upon the similarity. The idea of non-similarity is based on the idea of similarity, naturally. The non-similarity can be perceived by us only when the idea of similarity is first established in my mind. Then only I can see the difference obtaining between the two. So, sadharmyam uchitam adav. Therefore, it is quite proper that in the beginning, the sadharmya or the similarities between the two are pointed out. Okay, so going back to Bhashya, yatha loke vrukshah vanaspatihi. Just as in loka, meaning our day-to-day experience, there is vrukshah, the tree, which is vanaspatihi. Says Anandagiri, vruksho vanaspatihi paryayatvahat. Both of them mean the same. Vanaspati also means tree. Vriksha also means tree. Iti punaruktihi. That means that these two words which amount mean the same. They are the synonyms. That means the Shruti appears to repeat itself. It's a tautology. Therefore, Bhashyakara is vrukshasya visheshanam vanaspatihi. Vanaspatihi vrukshaha. Taccha tasya mahatvam ahayati apunaruktihi. So by using this or by adding this adjective vanaspatihi to vriksha, taccha visheshanam tasya vrukshasya mahatvam aha. This vanaspati is visheshanam, so points out the greatness of this tree. That means there is a large tree, or there is a huge tree. This is the idea. Just as there is a huge tree, so also there is this body and the similarity between the two. Then Bhashyakara vrukshasya visheshanam vanaspatihi tatha eva purushaha. So just as is a large tree, so also is this human body. Amrusha. Amrusha means satyam etat. What is etat? Purushasya vriksha sadharmyam etat iti uchyate. Etat is what? Purushasya vriksha sadharmyam. That Purusha, this body and the tree, the similarity obtaining between them is pointed out as etat. Etat satyam. That there are similarities between the tree and this body is true. Amrusha. Otherwise, we would say Purushaha, Amrusha, and so one would think that the Purusha is false or something. No. Purushaha, Amrusha. Satyame tata. Sadharmyam eva spashtayati. So what is similarity obtaining between the two? That itself is clarified. Tasya ityadana. Says Bhashya. Tasya lomani. Tasya purushasya. Lomani. Itarasya vanaspatehe. Parnani. Tvagasya. Utpatika. Bahihi. Tvagasya purushasya itarasya utpatika vanaspatehe tasya lomani paranani tasya purushasya lomani itarasya means vanaspatehe paranani. So what are the hair on the body of this person? Are the leaves of this tree. So that's the similarity. Paranani lomasthani. In short, the leaves of a tree are in place of the hair on the body of this person. Tvak asya utpatika bahihi. So, asya purushasya, of this person, meaning of this body. So, what is tvak, or the skin on this body, is itarasya utpatika, is the bahihi utpatika. Utpatika is only nirasa tvak utpatika iti uchyate. So, the skin without any rasa, without the sap, is called utpatika. So, his outer bark is a very dry layer which doesn't have the sap. Sap is inside that, and the outer bark protects that, and so that outer bark which is without the sap is called utpatika. And similarly also the skin here is comparable to the utpatika, or the outer bark. Tvak asya utpatika. So, asya purushasya tvak idarasya vanaspatehe bahi utpatika. The skin of this person is comparable to the outer bark of the tree. So that is again a similarity. Then the next verse. Tvacha evasya rudhiram prasyandi tvacha utpataha tasmat tada trunnat praiti raso vrukshadivahatad. Tvacha eva asya rudhiram prasyandi. Tvacha is the fifth case. Asya tvacha rudhiram prasyandi. From the skin of this human body, the blood flows. Tvacha utpataha. And similarly also utpataha. So tvacha. So the similarly from the bark of the tree, the sap flows. So just as the blood flows from the skin of the body, so also the sap flows from the bark of the tree. Similarity. Tasmad tat atrunat praiti rasa vrukshadiva ahatat. Tasmad atrunat tat praiti. Therefore, whenever this body is hurt, then the blood flows. So whenever the skin is cut, in short, or wounded, that is when the blood flows. Rasa vrukshadiv ahatat. Or when the vriksha of the tree also is ahatat, injured. So when the tree also there is a blow on the tree, then the sap from the tree also flows. So again, another similarity between the two. That's what the Bhashya says. Tvacha eva sakashad asya purushasya rudhiram yasyandi vanaspatehe tvacha utpataha tvacha eva utsfutade yasmat evam sarvam samanameva vanaspatehe purushasya cha tasmad atrunad himsitad praiti tadrudhiram nirgacchade vrukshadiva ahatad chinnad rasaha. Tvacha eva sakashat. That the word tvacha is the fifth case. So Bhashyakara says tvacha eva sakashat. From this tvacha, from the skin, asya purushasya rudhiram prasyandi nissaranashilam. So the blood flows out from the skin of this person. Vanaspatehe tvacha utpataha. Similarly also the sap flows out from the tree. So tvacha eva usfadati yasmat. So what is utpataha? Vriksha niryasaha. So sap of the tree is called utpata. That is called utpatika. The bark was called utpatika and the sap is called utpata. So tvacha eva utsfutati yasmadevam evam uktam sadrusham anubhavena nigameti yasmadeti. Since this is how evam sarvam samanameva vanaspatehe purushasya cha, thus all of this is similar between the tree and this body. Tasmad, therefore, atrunat himsitat praiti purusha himsitat purushat. So thus also when this person is wounded, the body is wounded, praiti tad rudhiram nirgacchati. Tad rudhiram praiti nirgacchati. Then the blood flows. Vrukshadiva ahata chinnad rasaha. Rasaha niryasaha. So just as the sap flows out from the tree that has been injured or wounded, whatever. Still, the third verse also points out the similarity. Mamsanyasya shakarani kinatam snavatatsiram asthinyantarato daruni majja majjopamakrita. Mamsanyasya shakarani. So what is mamsani? Flesh for this body is shakarani, the inner bark of the tree. Kinatam, that is not ki dirgha but should be rasva. It is kinatam sna, unless it is a chanda samdhyayilham, but another reading is kinatam. Kinatam snava tatstiram. So kinatam snava. What is kinatam? Innermost layer of the bark. So what is snava? So all the tendons. So tendons which are there here are comparable to the innermost bark of the tree. That's siram, and both are tough. Asthini anyataratah daruni. Daru means the wood. So what is asthi, or the bones here is comparable to the wood in the tree. Majja majjopamakrita. And within the bone there is this there is marrow. So marrow obtaining the bone of this body is comparable to marrow obtaining in the tree, or pith obtaining in the tree. So there is pith in the tree and marrow here. Then there is this wood, bone here. Then there is the inner bark and the tendons here. Then there is the innermost bark. The inner bark, the flesh here, the bark and the skin here, the sap and the blood here, the leaves and the hair here. So this is how the similarities are there. Says Bhashya, evam mamsani asya purushasya vanaspatehe tani shakarani shakalani ityartha. Evam, also thus, mamsani asya purushasya. So what is the flesh for this body? Vanaspatehe tani tatsthaniyani shakarani. Then ralayoho abheda shakalani ityartha. So what is flesh here is for this vanaspati of the tree are the shakarani or shakalani. So shakalani meaning that the inner bark. Says footnote 5, Sarasantahatvag, Sarasa Antastvag. Nirasatvag was called the outer bark. Sarasatvag is the inner bark. So in case of the body, this is called the skin, and the other is called, what do you call it? Epidermis. So outer is skin, inner is epidermis, isn't it? Outer is epidermis, inner is skin, and endodermis. Epi and endo. Epidermis, endodermis. Okay. So outer bark and inner bark. So then sarasa antahatvak. The inner bark containing the rasa or the sap is called here shakalam. Atra shakala shabdavachya. Here this is what we should understand. That word shakala means the inner bark which contains the sap. The outer bark is dry. Shakalam tvachikhande cha ragavastuni valkalaiti vishvaha. The word shakala is in the sense of skin, in the sense of khanda means a portion. Ragavastuni maybe in case of some red thing, I don't know. Valkale in case of the bark. So iti vishvaha. So this is another dictionary, vishvaha. So therefore, shakala here then means inner bark. Okay, then continuing. Kinatam vrukshasya kinatam nama shakalebhya abhyantaram valkala rupam काष्ठ संलग्नम तत्स्नाव पुरुषस्य तत्स्थिरम तच्च किनाटम स्नाववत दृढ़म हि तत् किनाटम वृक्षस्य. So whatever is kinata for the tree, what is kinatam? Kinatam nama sakalebhya abhyantaram valkalarupam kashta sanlagnam. So kinata is again the innermost layer of the bark. So abhyantaram valkalarupam. So valkal also generally we call bark, but then valkar, that means the innermost bark. Kashta sanlagnam, and that which is attached to the wood. Tat snava. So tat sthaniyam snava purushasya. And the snava means the tendons in this body, I have the same place as the innermost bark of a tree. Tat siram tat kinatam snava dridam hitat. And that kinatam meaning the innermost layer of the bark is also tough like the tendons are here in the human body. Okay, continuing the again comparison between the two. Asthini purushasya snavnah antaratah asthini bhavanti tatha kinatasya abhyantaratah daruni kashthani. Daruni, because daru is the neutral word, that is how daruni. Asthi, similarly, asthini purushasya. So what are the bones of this human body? Snavna antaratah asthini. So snavabhya iti pathantaram. So snavan is the word. The two words are there. Snava, there is a masculine, and snavan, both are masculine words actually. So snavna antaratah asthini, but here this snavan word seems to be used in the neutral sense anyway. So snavna antaratah asthini. And so what are the bones in this human body? So snavna antaratah. So what is inside the tendons are these bones, asthini. So just as they are in case of this human body, tatha similarly, tat sthaniyani, tatha means enjoy having the same place, kinadasya abhyantaratah daruni kasthani. Similarly also the wood that obtains in the tree which is within this innermost bark. Okay, then further. Majja eva vanaspatehe purushasya cha majjopama krita. So majjopama krita. His marrow is comparable to this pith of the tree. Majjaya upama majjopama nanyo vishesha asti ityartha yatha vanaspatehe majja तथा पुरुषस्य तथा वनस्पतेः. Majja, so marrow. Majja eva vanaspateः. So what is marrow within the bones of this human body is the marrow of the pith of the tree. Purushasya cha majjopama krita. Vanaspateः majja purushasya majjopama krita. So what is the pith of the tree is only compared to the pith or the marrow of this human body. What is majjopama? Majjaya upama. Upamanam majjopama. So what is this comparison for the majja, the marrow, is this majja. Nanya visheshastu. In short, there is no difference between them. Elsewhere, the leaves are the hair and things like that. So they are not identical. There the comparison is made. Here on the other hand, identity is there. So there is a pith in the tree and there is pith in this body. Therefore, one majja of one is the majja of the other. Majja of the other is majja of one. So therefore, there is no vishesha between them. Yatha vanaspater majja tatha purushasya yatha purushasya tatha vanaspate. Okay, so these three verses pointed out the similarities obtaining between the tree and the human body. Huh? bark? Sap એટલે રસ. હવે સાધર્મે સતિ વૈધર્મ્યમ વક્તુમ અશક્યમ. સાધર્મે સતિ વૈધર્મ્યમ વક્તુમ અશક્યમ ઇતિ આશયનઃ યદિતિ. સાધર્મે સતિ વૈધર્મ્યમ વક્તુમ અશક્યમ. If in this manner both of them are identical, both of them are similar, vaidharvam vyaktum ashakyam, then what is the dissimilarity between them? If thus the tree and the body are similar or comparable in all these aspects, then that means that there is no dissimilarity between them. So the next verse says, Yad vriksho vrikno rohati मूलान् नवतरः पुनः मर्त्यस्मिन् मृत्युना वृक्णः कस्मान् मूलात् प्ररोहते. यदि वृक्षः वृक्णः रोहति मूलात् नवतरः पुनः. If a tree is vrikna means felled, if a tree is felled or cut off, rohati, it springs forth. Navatarah moolat punah navatarah rohati. It springs forth again from the root. So if the tree is felled from the stem, then it again comes back or stem springs forth from the stem. Martyasmin mrityuna vruknaha. Similarly also this martya or this body. So when that is felled by the death, kasmat moolat prarohati. From what mula, from what root this Purusha comes? Now that is where so the purpose of comparison was now to show the dissimilarity between them. That is all. From which root? So in every way this body, samsara, may be comparable to tree, but with reference to tree you can see it so springing forth from the root or the stem. But then, what is the root from where this tree of the universe spring forth? So when this tree of the universe is felled, where does it spring forth? That's the idea. Not just the body is felled, that also you can say, when the body is felled, then which is the root from where it springs forth? So Bhashyakara says, Yada yadi vrikshaha vruknaha chinnaha rohati punaha prarohati pradurbhavati मूलात् पुनः नवतरः पूर्वस्माद् अभिनवतरः. Yet footnote number 1, अथतयोः वैधर्म्ये कथन पुरस्सरं जगत् कारणं पृच्छति. So now, in fact, Yajnavalkya is asking about the cause of this universe, tree of universe. By now pointing out the dissimilarities obtained between a conventional tree in the universe, so far the similarities are pointed out. Now the dissimilarity is being asked here in order to ask about the Jagat Karanam, the cause of this creation. That means yadi vrikshaha vruknaha chinnaha. When the tree is cut asunder, rohati punaha. Another reading is punaha, another punah is added. Rohati punah punaha, but rohati punaha. It springs forth again. Prarohati pradurbhavati. It comes into being again. From where? Moolat punah navataraha purvasmat abhinavatarah. From the same root another tree comes. Not the same tree. So purvasmat abhinavatarah, that's important. That a new tree comes in the place from where the old tree was and the old tree is felled. From the same root a new tree comes forth or springs forth. Says Anandagiri, idamapi sadharamameva kim nasyat. Alright. So idamapi, what is idamapi? Punah prarohanapi. That a tree springs forth again, that also can be a similarity between the tree and the body, because body also would come back, Idamapi sadharamameva kim nasyat. Why not this also with a similarity between the tree and the body? That when the tree is felled, that it springs forth. So when the body dies again, it springs forth. A new body comes. Why not? Iti ashankyaha yad etasmaditi. Then says Bhashyakara, yad etasmad visheshanat prag vanaspatehe पुरुषस्य च सर्वं सामान्यम् अवगतम् अयन्तु वनस्पतौ विशेषो दृश्यते यच्छिन्नस्य प्ररोहणम् न तु पुरुषस्य मृत्युना वृक्षणस्य वृक्षस्य इव पुनः प्ररोहणं दृश्यते. Yet etasmad visheshanat prag. Before this visheshana, meaning that visheshana in terms of the felling. So until this point, whatever was stated about the tree and the body, so vanaspatehe purushasya sarvam samanyam avagatam. Up to this point, we have been told about the samanyam, the similarities obtaining between the tree and this body. Ayam tu vanaspato vishesho drishyate. However, this is a vishesha, or this is a difference that obtains between this vanaspati and the tree. Yet chinnasya prarohanam. That when a tree is felled, that it springs forth again, that is a uniqueness, or that is something that is distinct about the tree that does not obtain in his body. Another this is etasmad visheshanat prag yad visheshanam uktam tat sarvam ubhayoho samanyam avagatam iti sambandha. So whatever was stated before this visheshana, so that yad visheshanam is all the various aspects were told, tat sarvam ubhayoho samanyam avagatam. Samano dharma avagatam nishchitam. That these the attributes were similar between the two. Bhashya nato purushasya mrityuna vruknasya purushasya sharire tad upalakshite jagati ityartha. Now, what happens is, when footnote number 2 says sharire tad upalakshite jagati, so that's all seventh case. Whereas the 2 number is purushasya, there is sixth case. So this sharire tadupalakshite jagati cannot be the explanation of purushasya. Sharirasya tadupalakshitasya jagatah, that's how it should have been. That means that there is a reading having seventh case. So purushe mrityuna vrukne, that's the reading. Purushe mrityuna vrukne, that must be added in fact. Nadu purushe mrityuna vrukne. So that does not happen when this purusha is felt by mrityu. Purushasya mrityuna vruknasya vrukshasya punah prarohanam na dushyate. That is because we find that when this body is felled or cut asunder by the death, then we do not find the body again springing forth. So by body tadupalakshite jagati. By the body here we meant the jagat or the creation. That the creation does not spring forth after it is felled by death. So vruknasya angasya iti sheshaha. Again, see, purushasya mrityuna vruknasya angasya iti shesha. Angasya means body. So mrityuna vruknasya angasya vrukshasya punah prarohanam na dushyate. When this body is felled by the death, we do not find that body springing forth again, even though in case of the tree, when the tree is felled, we find another tree springing forth from the same root. So footnote number 11 is a long footnote. Sheshaha iti. Ayam sheshaha nadu purushe ityadi bhashya adhah pradashita shashti ghanita pathantar abhiprayakah. So vruknasya angasya iti shesha. Ayam sheshaha nadu purushe ityadi bhashya adhah pradashita. So nadu purushe mrityuna vrukne. After that, this bhashya is there. Purushasya mrityuna vruknasya Pradashita Shashti Ghatina Pathantar Abhiprayakaha. So I call it Pathantara Abhiprayakaha. So perhaps Anandagiri accepts this Pathantara. So Adhav Pradashitasya, so that has not been shown actually. Either that Pathantara should have been given in the parenthesis, that has not been given. So idea is that the footnote says that Purushasya Mrityuna Vruknasya, before that in the parenthesis you should have Purushe mrityuna vrukne. That should be in the parenthesis. So, or this should be in parenthesis, and then we should have Purushe mrityuna vrukne, either way, So, Shashti Ghanita Pathandara. Tasya Purushasya Jivasya Angasya Sharirasya Vidikana Shashti Uchayate iti dhyam. So, Purushasya Vruknasya Angasya. So, when the body of this person is felt, Vedikarana meaning that this Purushasya and Angasya, both of them are not in the Samadhikaranyam, and so that Vruknasya applies only to Angasya and not to Purushasya. Athva yathāśrabhāṣyastha saptami ghata pāṭhepi. Or if we say Purushe mrityana vrukne, that is the part that is accepted, then Vruknasya Angasya sharirasya punah pramanam drishyate iti evam tikokta padadhyamapi sheshatma eva. Then Vruknasya Angasya, both of these words are to be understood as shesha. So, Purushe mrityana vrukne, Purushasya vruknasya, vrukshasya eva angasya, vrukshasya eva punah pramanam na drishyate. In short, we do not find the body springing forth like the tree springs forth from the tree, from the root. That's all. Mahabhutasya pravanam, all right. May the body not spring forth, so what? Then says Bhashyakara, bhavitavyam cha kutaschid prarohanena. Kutaschid bhavitavyam, kuta hai fifth case. Kutaschid bhavitavyam, but it must spring from somewhere. Prarohanena bhavitavyam. But then this body of the universe also, the creation also, must spring forth from something. So therefore, what is that root? So you know the root from where this tree springs forth. What is the root from where the tree of the universe springs forth? This is the idea. That is the way of asking question. What is the root of this tree of the universe? From where it springs forth after it is felled? After it's fell in terms of the pralaya. So when the pralaya, the whole tree of the universe goes, where does it spring forth? Why the dhruvam janmam tasya smritehe? Because Gita says dhruvam janmam mritasya jatasya hi dhruvam mrityuhu. The death is certain for the one who is born, dhruvam janmam mritasya, and birth is certain for the one who is dead. And so even when this body dies, there must be a root from where it springs forth again. Says Bhashya, tasmad vah prachami martyo manushya svita mrityuna vruknaha kasmat mulat prarohate mrutasya purushasya kutah prarohanam ityartha. Tasmad vah prachami, therefore I ask of you. Martya meaning manushya, svit. Svit is punah mrityuna yamena vruknaha vinashitaha. So when this body is destroyed by the death, kasmad mulat prarohati, kasmat karanat prarohati. So what's the cause from where it springs forth again? Idea is mritasya purushasya kutaha prarohanam ityartha. Kutaha, from where is the prarohanam springing forth of this person who dies? There must be some. Because the Smriti says that there must be birth for the one who is dead, and so when this Purusha dies, where does it spring forth again? The idea is that what is the abiding reality? So the root happens to be the abiding factor with reference to tree from where the new tree springs forth. Similarly also, what is the abiding reality when this person dies? That is the idea. Then says the next one here, Retasaiti ma vochata jivatastat prajayate dhana ruhaiva vaivrukshaha anjasa pretya sambhavaha. So where does the human body spring forth? Retasaha. Those people say from semen the human body comes. Iti ma avochata. Don't say that. Ma avochata. Don't say that the human body springs forth from the retas, from the semen or from the seed. Why? Jivataha tat prajayate. Because the retas of the semen is there only in case of a living person. Dhanaruhaiva vai vrukshaha. See, the tree can arise from even the beej, seed also. So there is a seed in case of the tree also from where the tree springs forth. But don't say that this human body springs forth from the seed. Anjasa pretya sambhavaha. So, sambhava, the arising of the tree is definite from the seed. Dhana, dhana means the seed, or those little seeds, from there the tree comes forth. But don't say that the human body springs forth from the seed. So again, that dissimilarity. Similarity is not there. Says Bhashya here, Yadi cha evam vadatha retasah prarohati iti ma vochata ma evam vaktum arhatha kasmat. Yadi ched evam vadatha, if you were to say retasah prarohati. So retasah purusha prarohati iti. That this purusha of the body springs forth from the retas of the seed. Ma avochada. Don't say that. Ma evam vaktum arhatha. It's not proper for you to say. It's not right if you say that. Kasmad. Why can't we say that? Because that is an experience. So Bhashya says Anandagiri, Jivato hi retah jayate. Saeva kuto bhavati iti vicharyate. Jivatah hi retah jayate. The semen is born only of a person who is already alive. Saeva kuto bhavati. So, but then this person who is alive, where does he come from? That is the question. So the retas is not yet there because the purusha is not there, and we are asking of the very source of purusha. In vicharite, nacha asiddhena asiddhasya sadhanam. And so asiddhena retasa asiddhasya purushasya sadhanam. It cannot be that the retas which has not yet come into being can become the cause of the purusha who has not yet come into being. So we are asking of a cause that is yet, so from which even retas also comes out. So, nacha asiddhena asiddhasya sadhanam. Nacha purushantaradi vachyam. Maybe this fellow comes from another purusha. Eka asiddhau antara prayoga anupattehe. When one purusha is not born, where is purushantara? Purushantara is what? Anyah purusha. So purushantara. Another person. So this person comes from another person. So like a son comes from the father. But yet one purusha itself is not established. Purusha means the very universe is not yet established. So it's all that once the universe is established, then you can say that the process continues. From the cause the effect comes, which is again a cause from which another effect comes. But yet the universal nature of cause and effect has not yet sprung forth. So what is the root of that? That's the idea here. Eka siddhau antara prayoga anupattehe. Footnote number 9. Eka siddhau iti. Sarva pralayad urdhum adhuna jayamanasya ekasya siddhau purushantaradi antara shabda prayogaha nataram sambhavati ityarthaha. Sarva pralayad urdhum. When the whole universe is there is the dissolution of the whole universe, thereafter adhuna jayamanasya ekasya siddhau. So presently none of them is born. Nobody is born as yet. Purushantaraditi antara shabda prayoga. Oh, the universe comes from another universe, you can say. That also is not right, because still we have not established the existence of one universe, the source of one universe. Antara shabda prayoga. Purushantara. The antara in the purushantara is there only when another one is there. So when the first one is not there, when the question of this fellow coming from another one, prayoga nataram sambhavati. In no way that prayoga, purushantara, that can be there. So eka siddhau antara prayoga anupattehe iti manamana hetumaha yasmaditi. So Bhashyakara says, Yasmad jivatah purushat tadretah prayayate namrutat. Yasmad, because jivatah purushat tadretah prajayate. That retah of the seed also comes from a living person, namrutat, meaning not from the one not dead, not from the one who is not yet arisen. When Bhāṣyakara says na mrutad, meaning seed cannot come from the one who has not yet arisen, or not yet alive, or not yet come into being rather. So footnote says na mrutadadi, jivastu kopi nasti, as that there is no jiva. Mruta shabdena pralina sarva shariradi jagadjadasya eva uchyamanatvad. So mruta, na mrutat, meaning by the word mruta, what is meant is pralina sarva shariradi jagadjadasya. The entire universe, including this body, beginning from this body, the entire universe is now in a state of dissolution, and therefore there is no single jiva or the person obtaining as yet. Tasmad retah abhavad, therefore the very seed is not there. Nadat karanam, therefore that seed cannot be said to be the cause of this body or cause of this universe. Iti bhava. Then vaidharmyantaramaha. There is another vaidharmyam, another dissimilarity between this body and the tree, says apicha dhana ruhaha dhana bijam bijaruho api vriksho bhavati na kevalam kandaruha eva iva shabdaha anarthakaha. Furthermore also, dhana ruha. So, ruha means praroha. So, the dhana means the seed, the small seeds are those which become the cause of the springing forth. So, dhana means bijam. So, bija ruho api vriksho bhavati. So, bija becomes the very cause of the praroha, or the rising from springing forth from the tree. Na kevalam kandaruha. Not only that the tree springs forth from the stem, but it can spring forth from the root, it can spring forth from the seed also. Dhanaruha iva vai vrikshaha. So iva shabda from the Shruti is anarthakaha. Footnote of the anarthaka iti sadrushyartha nabhavati apidu vaidharmya drishthantartha iva bhava. See, iva is always to show the similarity between the two. Dhanaruha vai vrikshaha. Just as the tree springs forth from the seed, so also this man springs forth, or the body springs forth from the seed. So that is how that word iva would mean, but it is not anarthakaha. So sadrushyartha nabhavati, usually word iva means like. That's what is meant by iva. Here it is unlike, in fact. So unlike the tree springing forth from the seed, this body does not spring forth from the seed. Vaidharmya drishthantartha iti bhavaha. So kandaruhopi iti apehe arthaha. So bijaruhopi vriksha bhavati, in fact kandaruhopi, so apehe kandaruhopi iti apehe arthaha. So, or bijaruhopi. So it is already shown how the tree arises from the stem, it also arises from the seed. Vai shabdaha prasiddhidyotakah abhiprityaha. The vai eva vai vrikshaha, that is prasiddhidyotakah, that reveals the prasiddhi of something that is well known. Vai, says Bhāṣya, vai vrikshaha anjasa sakshat pretya mritva sambhavaha dhanatopi pretya sambhavaha bhaved anjasa punaha vanaspate. So the way means it's a well-known fact that vriksha anjasa means sakshat avyavadhanata, without, so immediately. Pretya mritva sambhavaha. So once the tree is felled, immediately it arises from stem or from the seed. Dhanatovi pretya sambhavo bhavet. Footnote 5, dhanatovi, dhana bijam tasya sakashat abhishabdena kandadavi vanaspate pretya punah anjasa avyavadhanata sambhava drishtaha. So, just as from the stem we find from the tree also, the tree springs forth from the seed also. Tatha yatha vriksha pretya mritva kandaroho dhanaruhascha anjasa bhavati iti prasiddham. So, just as it is well known that the tree, when it is felled, it arises either from the stem or from the seed. Tatha mritasya purushasya punarutpattau kinchidivi karanam drishyate. But we do not see any cause, evident cause, for arising of this Purusha, the body or the Jagat. So once it is dead, meaning when it has suffered the dissolution, bhavitavyam chatena, whereas some cause must be there for it to spring again. So what is that cause? That is the idea here. So dhānāto pritya sambhavo bhavet anjasa punar vanaspatehe. Anjasa is punah again or avyavadhanata immediately. So immediately it arises again. But similarly, we do not find the body of the universe arising from a seed that is known to us. However, there must be a secret cause, and what is that cause? Which cause is not known, which is not evident, not known, it is not evident. So however, there must be a cause. So what is the cause from where the body of the universe springs forth when it is once felt by the death or by pralaya, the dissolution? Okay, we'll continue. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti. अथ होवाच ब्राह्मणः भगवन्तः यो वः कामयते समापृच्छतु सर्वे वामापृच्छतु पृच्छत. So thus, just to clinch the issue that he was a Brahmistha, so this was necessary to finally confirm whether any one of them could come forward to challenge him. And yo vah kamayate tam vah pruchhami. If there is any one of you who wants me to ask, then I will ask you. Sarvan vah pruchhami, or I will ask all of you. Teha brahmanaha na dadhushuhu. But those brahmanas did not dare to come forward to challenge Yajnavalkya, which means that they sort of accepted the defeat. Tāna etaihi shlokahi papracha. And still Yajnavalkya continued to ask them with these verses. And as Vashyakara explained, Akhyayika sambandhastu. So the purpose of the Akhyayika, prayojanam, purpose of the Akhyayika is Abrahmavidah brahmanan jitva godhanam hartavyamite. That one can take away the cows of the dhanam, the wealth belonging to brahmanas, only when it is established that they are not brahmishta. Moolam cha jagato vaktavyamiti. And also, what is the very cause of this creation, that also has to be stated. Vidimukhena tasya brahmanaha katham nirdeshah kartavyah iti. And also, how to again point out that Brahman in a positive way. So to point out the Brahman in a positive way, to determine the very source or the root of the creation, and also to clinch the issue as to who Brahmishta is and therefore who this wealth belongs to. For all of this story has been continued here. And in several verses then, say Yajnavalkya quotes here from some verses. First of all, establishing a similarity between a tree and this body, where this body stands for this Jagat. And so when the question is asked about what is the cause or the root of this body, the idea is to ask about the root of the creation. Yatha vruksho vanaspatihi tasaiva purushaha. Just as a great tree is, so also this body. Amusha, and that is true. Tasya lobani paranani tvagasya utpatika vahihi. So several points of similarity are first stated between the body and the tree. As to how, what are the leaves on the tree are the hair on the body hair on this body. Tvagasya utpatika vahihi. The outer bark of the tree is the skin of this person. Tvacha evasya rudhiram prasyandi tvachaha utpataha. Just as from the skin of this person, from this body, the blood flows, and so also from the skin of the other bark of the tree, the sap flows. Tasmat tadad trunat praiti raso vrukshadivahatat. And therefore, when one is injured, the blood flows from the skin, just as the sap flows from the tree when the tree is injured. Mamsanyasya shakarani kinatam snavatatsiram astinyantarado daruni majja majyohumakrita. Asya mamsani shakarani. The inner bark of the tree is comparable to the flesh in this body. Kinatam snavatatsiram. The innermost layer of the bark is comparable to the tendons. Tatsiram, and both are firm. Asthini antarataha daruni. And the bones in this body are comparable to the wood that is inside the tree. Majja majyopumakrita. And the majja, that is the marrow within the bones, is comparable to the pith that obtains within the wood of the tree. So in these three verses, the similarities are shown between the tree and the body. And then for the fourth verse, Yad vriksho vrukno rohati mulan navatarah punaha. When the tree is felled, then mulat from the tree, from the root, it again springs back. Navataraha, abhinavataraha, once again it springs back from the root even when it is felled. Martyahasvin mrityuna vruknaha kasmad mulat prarohati. But when similarly this body is felled by the death, what is the root from which it springs forth again? Retasahiti ma avochata. Don't say that the body springs from the retas, from the seed. Jivatas tat prajayate. It's only when, first of all, that the body is, that the human being is, or that the creation is, then the subsequent production can take place. So subsequent, the continuity or the lineage can be there only when first the being is established. So when this jivan, so this person is established, then alone the question of the creation of the human being from the seed can be. Dhanaruhaiva vayukshaha anjasa pretya sambhavaha. Just as the tree springs from the seed, or also springs from the root, or from the stem, but similarly also, how about this body? You cannot say that it springs from the seed, because the seed requires a living person, and when the person is not yet come into being, then what is the source or what's the root from which this body or the creation arises? Now continuing with the sixth verse on the page 925. Yat samulama vruheyuhu vruksham na punarabhaved martyasvin mrityuna vruknaha kasman mulat prarohate. Okay, so as Anandagiri says, tathapi katham vaidharmyam. Tathapi, so says footnote number 10 on that page, nanu sakaranaka nashta vrukshavat jagadopi tathanashat punah anutpattehe vaidharmi dushtanda sambhavati iti kritam tat karana chintayati ashayana vakyantaram avatarayati. Nanu sakaranaka nashta vrukshavat. So when the vriksha of the tree has been destroyed along with its cause, that is the root of the seed, jagadopi tathanashat. So jagat of the creation also will be destroyed when it is removed along with its cause. Punah anutpattehe, and therefore the creation will not come to being. This is so-called svabhavavada, which will be taken up. So the idea is that the creation is there on its own, and when it is destroyed, then there is nothing to bring it back. Anutpattehe na vedharma dushtanda sambhavati. And so to us, just as the tree, when it is uprooted, or when it is rooted from the seed, then how it does not spring forth. And similarly also this jagat, when it is uprooted from its very seed, or from very cause, then it does not come into being again. Idea is that just as behind the tree, or the cause source of the tree, there is no permanent or abiding cause which can bring forth the tree. As long as the tree is felled from the stem, so long the tree can come back. The tree can come back from the root, it can come back from the seed also, but when the seed of the root are removed, then the tree cannot come back. And so, apunarutpattehe. So just as the tree does not come back when it is rooted out from the very root or from the cause, and so also the creation will not come back when it is rooted out from its cause. Therefore, we do not find a drishtanta, an illustration, which will show the dissimilarity between the tree and this creation. Iti kritam tatkarana chintaya. And therefore, kritam tatkarana chintaya. That's enough. There is no need. What's the use of further investigating the cause of the creation when, like a tree, it also will not come back? Iti ashayana vakyantaram avatarayati. So that is ashaya. And so with that idea, or with this question in mind, that after all there is no abiding cause of this creation also, and so when the creation is removed or felled, the tree of creation is felled along with its cause, that also will not come back. Ida ashayana vakyantaram avatarayati tathapiti. So therefore, tathapi katham vaidharmyam jagataha karana abhavepi. All right. So we say that there is no karanam for the tree, lasting karanam. There is no lasting cause for the creation also. So katham vaidharmyam. So what is the dissimilarity between the tree and the jagat? Iti ashangya yad. So yat samulam avrheyuhu vruksham na punarabhavet. If the tree has been uprooted or pulled out along with its moolam or with its root, na punah abhavet, it does not sprout again. Martyasvin mrityuna vruknaha kasman mulat prarohati. But when this martya of the body, or anything that is martya meaning subject to death, which includes the whole creation, so when that is felt, kasman mulat prarohati, felt by death, then what is the root from which it springs forth again? The same question is repeated, so as in the fourth verse. Says the Bhashya, Yada yadi sahamulena dhanayava avruheyuhu udyacheyuhu utpatiyeyuhu vruksham na punarabhaved punaragatya na bhaved tasmad vah prachami sarvasyaiva jagato moolam martyasvin mrityuna vruknaha kasman moolat prarohati. Yadi moolena saha dhanayava saha, along with the root, along with the seed, avrheyuhu vruksham uchched udyacheyuhu utpatayeyuhu vruksham. Thus, if the tree has been pulled out, uprooted, na punarabhavet, punaragatya na bhavet, then it will not come into being again, it will not sprout again. Page 926, footnote 1, na bhavediti. Evam jagadapi yadi sakaranam samyak bodhavaditam na tarhi bhuyo bhavati yada tu abaditam tada karanam asya avashyakam ityartha. All right. Similarly, it is true that just as a tree will not sprout again when it is removed along with its root, evam jagadapi yadi sakaranam samyak bodhavaditam. Similarly, also there is a cause of this creation which is ignorance. So ignorance is the cause of the creation. Sakaranam samyak bodhavaditam. Sakaranam along with the cause, that is ignorance. When this jagat is baditam, so when it is removed or eliminated or destroyed, in this case, along with the cause, namely the ignorance, na tarhi bhuyo bhavati, then it does not sprout back again. So baditam can be either it is proved to be mithya, or baditam meaning it is destroyed, na tarhi bhuyo bhavati, then it does not spring forth again. Bhatitam meaning it is proved to be mithya, then the pratiti is there, but the reality is not there. But for a videha mukta, even the pratiti also is not there. Yadatu abaditam. But then, as long as ignorance is there, yadatu abaditam, tada karanamasya avashyakam. So long then, the cause of the creation must be there, as long as the root, meaning the ignorance, is not removed. Therefore, Bhashya tasmadvah prachami. So this much is to be added. Between na bhavet and tasmad, this much is to be added. Tasmāt jagatah abhāditattvāt. As long as ignorance is, so long the jagat cannot be negated. That being the case, tasmāt vah prachāmi, therefore I am asking all of you, sarasya jagatah mūlam. So, the cause of the entire creation. Martyasvin mrityunam ratna kasmāt mūlāt prarohati. And so, when the martya is felled by the death, so what is the root from which it springs forth? Anyway, so this is a very interesting way of asking the question about the root of the creation. Alright, then continuing with the 7th verse. Svabhavavada utthapayati. Svabhavavada. What is Svabhavavada? So there is no cause. That's called Svabhava. Svabhavastu pravartate. That's how the nature of the thing is. The nature of the thing is to come into being and to be what they are. That is called Svabhavavada. See footnote number 3. Oh, that is no, footnote number 9. Svabhavadev sakrit utpannam na punha jayate svabhavavada. The scientist's father. Svabhavadev sakrit utpannam. That the creation has come into being once and for all and by its own nature. Na punha jayate. There is no cause to bring it back. The birth can be there only when there is a cause. They do not accept a cause of this creation. Jains also do not accept any cause. And Buddhas, of course, look upon this creation as totally mithya, so then there is no question of any cause other than ignorance. But here, when they do not accept any cause of the creation, it's just there. Why is that? It is just there. So, Sakrit Utpannam, once and for all it is created, na punah jayate. And when it is destroyed, then there is no question of its coming back, because there is no cause. If the cause remains and the effect can come back, Svabhava means there is no cause. That's how things are. And that being the case, when it is destroyed, there is nothing to bring it back because there is no cause. So Svabhava, there is no cause. Things they are. That's how the Svabhava, the nature is. This is Svabhavada. And so, 7th verse is that Jata eva na jayate konvenam janayet punah vijñānamanandam brahma rātirdātuh parāyanam tishthamanas tadvidah iti. Jatah eva svabhavada. That the creation is already there. It is there by itself, meaning there is no cause of it. Na, then you will see a comma there. Na, that's not so. That it is not just it's not there because of no reason at all. There is a reason. Jayate, in fact, it does come into being again. Even after it is felled by death or by pralaya, the creation does come into being. Konvenam janayet punah. Then what is it that brings it forth again? So what's the cause? And there was no reply. That's how the Brahmanas became silent, because they had no reply to give to this as to what is the cause of this creation. And therefore the story is over. Then the Shruti tells us now. So what was the intention of Yajnavalkya of asking the question of these Brahmanas, which Brahmanas could not reply? What is it? Vijñānamanandam Brahma. What is it that Yajnavalkya meant when he was asking about the very root of the cause of the creation, which is responsible for the creation to come back again and again? Vijñānam Anandam Brahma. That Brahman is Vijñānam, Anandam Brahma. That is the Jagataha Moolam, the cause of the creation. Ratir Dhatuh Parayanam. So, as we will explain, Ratehi means wealth, or Ratehe Dhatuhu Parayanam. So that is the ultimate abode of the one who is giving wealth. Which means one who performs the various rituals. For that one, this is the Parayanam, the ultimate abode. Tishtamanasya tadvidaheti, or tadvidah, or the one who knows that Brahman. Tishtamanasya, and one who abides in that. So for the knower of the Brahman who abides in the knowledge of Brahman, also it is Parayanam, the ultimate goal. as far as the karma kanda is concerned, it is sort of an ultimate goal, again to come back, and for a Brahmavid, it is the ultimate goal. So ultimate goal means what? The cause. A thing ultimately reaches its cause. Yad gatva nivartante, reaching where there is no coming back. And that is how Vijnanamanandam Brahma is the Jagatah Moolam. This is what Sage Āṅkarabhāṣya meant to ask, which Brahmanas could not reply. This is how the story is. So, Bhashya says here, Jātah eva iti manyadbham yadi kimatra prashtavyamiti janishyamānasya hi sambhavah prashtavyah na jātasya ayanto jātah eva atah अस्मिन् विषये प्रश्नः एव न उपपद्यते इति चेत्. So jatah eva, this is the explanation of jatah eva iti chet. This is how we have to understand. Jatah eva iti chet. If you were to say that the creation is already in the being, jatah eva, and therefore it is always there, and there is no question of its being born, and there is no question of its being born again. So jatah eva iti manyadbham. Again, footnote number 3, jatah eva iti astu mrutah sa punah naiva jayate jatattvadeva janishyamānasya karanachinta na jatasya atah prashna eva nopannah iti svabhavavadi vakyartha. This is jatah eva. This is svabhavavadi vakyartha. This is vakya of the person who is the proponent of svabhavavada. Svabhavadeva sakrutpannam. It is by the nature that the creation has come to being just once, na punarjayate, and there is no question of its being born again. So therefore it is jatah eva. Therefore astu mrutah. When this tree is felled, then mrityuna vrukshah, or this purusha, when it is felled, then astu mrutah, he is dead, gone. Sa punah naiva jayate. And therefore it does not come back into being again. See, had there been cause, then that cause can bring it back again. Since there is no cause as far as Svabhava is concerned, therefore, once dead, that's it. Then there is nothing to bring it back, therefore, na punah jayate. Of course, the scientists now believe that the universe is expanding and then it will contract and then so forth. That's how the cycle goes on. So in a way, cyclic nature of the universe is also pointed out. So some people believe that the universe is expanding, and how long can it expand? Until it runs out of steam, and then it will start again contracting. It will be back into its original cause. And then what? If there is a cause, then it will come back again. This is how they will say. They will not say that it will come back and so forth, but this is what it is. It is expanding, and what is expanding must contract. Because whatever be the cause for the universe to expand, when that cause is exhausted, then it must come back again to its original position. Astu mrutah saha punar naiva jayate. Alright, let it be dead. Now you are asking mrityuna vruknaha. So when it is felled by this mrityu, astu mrutah, then it is dead. Let it be dead. When it is felled by death, sa punah naiva jayate. That it does not come into being again, does not sprout again. Why? Jātatvādeva. So, because it is already there, and therefore there is no question of its coming back again. Janishyamānasya karanachinta. The karanachinta, the question of thinking about the cause, is for that which is janishyamāna, that is subject to coming into being, subject to being born, na jātasya. But then, so that is already there, for which there is no karanachinta because it is there. And there is no karanachinta because it will not be there. So when the creation is there, it is there. So then what's the use of asking what's the cause of it? And we are saying that once it is felt, then it will not come into being. So it is not janishyamana, it is not going to come back into being, it is going to be born again. And therefore, so what's the point in discussing about the cause? The question of cause, or the The importance of the cause is there when that cause has kind of an effect. If cause is important, then alone we would want to deliberate upon that. But when the cause is not important because that cause is no more there to bring this universe back into being again, so what's the use of thinking about what's the cause? Atah prashna eva anupannaha. If the universe was such as to come back into being again after being dead, then the question of cause is relevant. But that not being case, therefore the question of cause of the universe is not relevant. It is svabhavādi vakyartha. So that is the meaning of the vakya, jataha eva, the svabhavādi vakya. Of all the things, he has to ask about svabhavāda, so at the end. But anyway. So jata eva iti manyadvam. Manyadvam. Yuyam. If you people believe that the universe is there, what's the big deal about it? Yadi tarhi. Yadi, then you have to add a tarhi. Kimatra prashtavyam iti. So yadi jata eva iti manyadvam tarhi kimatra prashtavyam. Jate pumsi kimatra prashtavyam. When it is already there, then what's the question of asking why it is there? In short, there is no answer to the question why. That is called svabhavāda. Why? That's it. Why? Because, that is how. So, because that's it. Why did you do that? Because I did it. That's all. Why did you do it? I did it. And so, there is no question of cause. So how? That's how it is. And so, svabhavādins do not accept a cause, and therefore they do not see any relevance in investigating about the nature of the cause. Kimatra prashtavyamiti janishyamānasya hi sambhavah. What is sambhavah? Footnote number 7. Sambhavati asmādi vityutya kāranam. Sambhavati asmādi sambhavah. That from which something springs forth is called sambhava, meaning kāranam. So janishyamānasya hi kāranam prashtavyam. So that which is subject to being born again, subject to coming into existence again, for that the question of cause is relevant. Na jātasya, but not the one who is already born and one who will not come into being again. Ayam pumanstu jātaheva. This puman, meaning this creation, is already there. Atah jātatvādeva asmin vishaye jagad jāta jagad vishaye prashna eva na upadyate iti. And therefore, we do not see any point in raising the question about the cause of the creation, because the creation is already there and we do not accept any cause. The idea is that just because he is born doesn't mean you cannot ask for the cause. But then it will not come into being, because once born and once dead, it is dead. Therefore, what is the relevance of asking about the cause? Iti ched. If this is your position, then न जायते इति भागेन उत्तरमाह. So uttar is what? न जायते. This is uttara of the svabhavāda. Svabhavāda says jātah eva. That is svabhavāda. Uttara means न जायते. न जायते. Not न जायते. न जायते. That's all. So says Bhashya, न किंतर्हि मृतः पुनरपि जायते एव अन्यथा अकृताभ्यागम कृतनाश प्रसंगात्. Says no, your position that there is no cause of the creation is not right. Kim tarhi? Then what? Mrutah punarapi jayate eva. Even when this creation is dead, meaning when it is destroyed in the sense that when it is felled, the tree of creation is felled, jayate eva, it sprouts back again. Footnote number 4, dhruvam janma mrutasya cha iti smritehi bhava. So this smriti, that came later anyway, but still, dhruvam janma mrutasya cha. So, the janma or the birth of the one who is dead is definite, is certain. Iti bhava. That footnote continues. Tathapi karanamantara eva janmanasu syatam iti ched. All right. If you insist that it will come back, So dhruvam janma mritasya cha. The janma, the birth of mrita, that which is dead, is definite dhruvam. Alright, tathapi. Even when the Smriti says that the birth is going to be for the one that is dead, karanamantara eva janmanasho syatam. Alright, let it come back, but then be cause for it. That's it. So karanamantara, without the cause, janmanasho syatam. Let the birth and the death be there without the cause. Alright, if it has to come back into being, let it. Idichet na. No, you cannot say that. Why? Sadeva Swami Shrutehe. Sadeva Swami idam agrasit ekameva dvityam. So idam agre srishte prak ekameva dvityam sat asit. This universe was. So even when the universe was not, there was something. Ekameva dvityam sat asit. Universe was the sat, one without a second. And therefore, the cause is there. So you cannot say karanamantara. So that is their way of pointing out the cause. That the universe, before its creation, what was it? So whatever it was the cause. All these parts before their creation, what were they? Clay. So clay is the cause of the parts. In short, whatever is there before the creation of something is its cause. And here, Shruti says, it was Sat Ekameva Dvityam, so that's the cause of the creation. Asadeva idam agras ityadi shrutescha anavivyaktanam rupa karana vishayatvad. Asadeva, asadva idam agras. In fact, so asadva idam agras ityadi shrutescha anavivyaktanam rupa karana vishayatvad. Asad there does not mean non-existence, but then anavivyaktanam rupa karana vishayatvad. So that Jagat has its cause in what we call Anavivyakta Nama Rupa. So the name and form that are not yet manifest. So cause is of the nature of unmanifest. Iti Shrutescha Anavivyakta Nama Rupa Karana Vishatvat Akaranayoscha Janmanashayo Avyavasthatehe. And if you accept this phenomenon, namely birth, death, etc., without any cause, then there will be no vyavastha, there will be no order in the creation at all. If birth can take place without a cause, and death can take place without cause, anything will take place without cause. That means that there is no predictability at all as to what, that is how it appears to be anyway, but still, there is a predictability in as much as that is how science is based on this predictability. And so otherwise there will be no science, there will be no life really. We just could not tell anything. What it will be next moment, you could not tell. That just because they advance your right foot, that will go ahead. You cannot say that. Because the foot may behave in, leg may behave in a different way. And that when you drink water, it will go down. You cannot say the rule. It may not go down because there is no cause as to why anything happens. And therefore, you can never tell what it will be next moment. You cannot predict anything. That being the case, there cannot be vyavastha or order at all. In short, svabhavadaha na yuktaha. So, avyavasthitahe. So when vyavastha is not there, then this universe cannot be. Because universe shows vyavastha. Our life shows vyavastha. If vyavastha or the order were not there, our life would not have been possible. We cannot survive at all. We cannot survive. Because you just don't know what to do next moment. And then you may do something which you think is beneficial and it will turn out just the opposite. So every day you drink water and it quenches your thirst. Today you drink water and it increases thirst, suppose, then what will happen? Keep on drinking, the thirst keeps on increasing. And so, normally it is fire that brings out water. Today water brings out fire, let us say, And so if there is no vyavastha at all, life cannot proceed at all. In short, nothing can exist. This creation could not exist had there been no vyavastha, because if there are contradictory forces within that, they will self-destroy. And that being the case, there will be no existence possible. Well, of course, the order also is there. That's also part of the order. Or svabhava. That's its nature, that it is orderly. So, that is nature that it behaves in an order. There is no cause for the order also. You can say, we say order is the cause. That's it. So, cause is that which always remains in effect. And one thing that is consistently there in the universe, and that is the order or vyavastha. So order is the cause. So ultimately order is what? Ishvara is order. And so that is the cause. Na svabhavāvadah yuktaha ityartha. So this was the fourth footnote. Kintarhi mrutaha punarapi jayate eva. So mrutaha. Anyway, the smriti always comes from the Shruti. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. This Vakya of the Gita also must be traced to a Shruti, because the Smriti must derive its authority from the Shruti. So you would imagine that there is an equivalent Shruti also. Jayadeva anyatha. Footnote of anyatha is svabhavāvāde jagatah nishkaranata mrutasya punaha janma anabhyupagame ityartha. Svabhavāvāde jagatah nishkaranataya. That is called svabhava, where a karana is not accepted. Nishkaranataya, that jagat does not have karana or the cause. Mrutasya punaha janma anabhyupagame sati. Therefore, you do not accept the janma or the birth of the one that is dead, because for something to be born, there must be a cause. Now, karma is a cause as far as the vyavahara is concerned. Even if that is also not accepted, then once the phenomenon is stopped and there is nothing to bring it into being again, so mrutasya punaha janma anabhyupagame. If you don't accept the birth of that which is dead, so there is anyatha. So Bhashya says, akrita abhyagama krita nasha prasangat. Akrita abhyagama. Abhyagama, occurrence of akrita. So arrival of something that has not been done. So being struck with the result of the action that one has not performed, krita nasha prasangat. So when I am born, if there is no cause for the birth, then why am I what I am? And why should I be like this? And why should somebody else like what they are? And suppose if there is pain in my life, then what have I done for it? Nothing. And therefore akrita abhyagama. I am stuck with something that I have not done. And all the wonderful things that I am doing now, if after death there is no further existence at all, then krita nasha prasangat. Then whatever I do, all of that will be destroyed without bringing the result. That is called avyavastha. In fact, this is the main argument for accepting the continuity of everything. There is a continuity everywhere. Continuity of life also. If there is continuity of matter, there is continuity of life. Continuity of matter is a matter of our experience, that we find matter continuing its existence in one form or the other. But as far as continuity of life is concerned, there is not our experience, it is not a perceptual experience. Therefore, this is the argument that is advanced, that we find an order in the creation. Order means there is a cause, and so everything must have a cause. Birth also is a phenomenon, and therefore that also must have a cause. Cause must also always precede the effect, and the cause of the birth must always be traced in its past. Between the past birth, there was some life or existence before the birth. And why was there existence? Because there was an existence before that, and that's how we trace this back. And again, why do they say dhruvam janma mrutasya cha? Alright, that there was a past, alright, but why do we insist upon future? Because the present always is a product of the past, and therefore what is present today will become the past tomorrow, and that will bring about the present tomorrow, and that's how the present is the seed for the future. So when the present is there, that shows that there must have been a past, and the present is there, that shows that there will be future. Naturally, because what is future will become present someday. And for the present to be there, past must be there. And for the past must be there, the future must be there. Anyatha akritabhyagama kritanasha prasangat. So this is the svabhavāvāde doshamaha. This is the dosha of svabhavāvāde. Svabhavāvāda asambhave phalitamaha. Thus when svabhavāvāda is what? Nishkaranavāda. That there is no cause. That's all. So asambhave. That is impossible because svabhavāvāda cannot explain the order that exists in the creation. They will again say it is just there, that it is the nature of the matter to be intelligent and to be orderly. Therefore, Svabhavadasya asambhavad dushtatvat. So since Svabhavada, dosha of the thinking has been shown, and that being impossible, therefore we are asking, so ataha. Ato vah prachhami konmenam mritam punarjanayet. So konmenam janayet punah. These are all very well-known statements. Vijnanam anandam brahma, ratir dhatu parayanam. All of these are quoted very often. Vijnanam anandam brahma is quoted very often by Bhashyakara. Konmenam janayet punah. Enam meaning mritam purusham janayet punah. So karanena bhavitavyam. The idea is that we do not accept svabhavada. That means we always accept a cause for every phenomenon, and therefore karanena bhavitavyam. There must be a cause. And what is that cause? If it is not evident, so what is that cause? So continuing, footnote 8 says, Tannaiti tat prashtam jagato mulam na vidur brahmanayatah ato jita hruta gavah yatas sarve yathayatham. Tat prashtam jagato mulam. Jagatah tat mulam prashtam. So the cause of the creation has been asked of by Yajnavalkya of the Brahmanas. Na vidur brahmanayatah. Since the Brahmanas did not know that, and by the cause we do not mean here the ignorance. That also is the cause of the creation. But even ignorance also cannot be in cause independently. Ignorance also requires an adhisthana. Ignorance being jada, and that jada cannot exist by itself, therefore that also must have a cause. In that sense, Brahman must be looked upon as ultimate cause. Again, Brahman is not the cause in as much as it does not undergo transformation, but without that no process of creation etc. would be possible. Therefore, ultimately the causality must be traced to Brahman. So we will call it Vivartakaranam, a cause that does not undergo change. Swarupa parityagena, without giving up its own swarupa, that it brings forth the creation. However, ultimate cause has to be Brahman. And so the footnote says, Tat prashtam jagato moolam na vidur brahmanaha yatah. Since Brahmanas did not know that cause of creation about which Yajnavalkya asked them, atah jitaha, therefore they have been won over, conquered. Hruta gavah, and the cows have been taken away. Yataha sarve yathayatham, everybody went their way also. This is the story. So everybody went their way. Yeah, right. So Bhashyakara says, Tanna vijagnihu brahmanaha yato mritah punah prarohate jagatah moolam na vijñātam brahmanaihi. Tanna vijagnihu brahmanaha. So that the Brahmanas did not know what? Yataha mritaha punaha prarohati tad brahmanaha na vijagnihu. That from which the dead one or the destroyed one sprouts back again, that the Brahmanas did not know. Uktameva sphutayati. Uktameva. Footnote. Brahmananam jaganmula ajñānameva sphutayati. Meaning jagataha moolam na vijñātam brahmanaihi. So this is it. Yataha mritaha punaha prarohati. That means what? Jagataha moolam. Tanna vijagnihu brahmanaha na vijñātam brahmanaihi. Which means that the Brahmanas did not know what is the abiding cause of the creation, which becomes a very platform upon which this whole process of creation, sustenance, dissolution goes on. So for this process of change to take place, there must be a substrate or platform which itself does not change. It has to be there. It is also logical that for a change to be there, there must be something, there must be a support which itself does not change. Otherwise, change cannot sustain itself. This is our experience. And therefore, we look for a changeless platform. That is Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. Brahmavidam Shresthatve Yajnavalkyasya Siddhe Phalitamaha. Since Yajnavalkya has been now proven to be the most exalted among even the knowers of Brahman, Siddhe Phalitamaha. And so, what is the ultimate end result? Ataha iti, says Bhashyakara. Ataha Brahmishthatvad Kritaha Gavaha Yajnavalkyena Jita Brahmanaha Samapta Akhyayika Ataha Brahmananam Ajñatvad. Since Brahmanas did not know Brahmishthatvad, so since Yajnavalkya is proven to be Brahmishta, Kritaha Gavaha, therefore the cows have been taken away. Yajnavalkyena Jitaha Brahmanaha, the Brahmanas have been gone over by Yajnavalkya. Samapta Akhyayika, this is where the story has now comes to a conclusion. So says Anandagiri, Brahmanas sarve yathayatham jagmu ityartha. And Brahmanas also went that way. That means that all right now these cows properly belong to Yajnavalkya, and therefore now then they had no claim over that, so that was shaken off, and then they went their way. Now, what follows is the statement of Shruti. Vijnanadi Vakyam Utthapayati. They call it Vijnanadi Vakyam. Vijnanam Anandam Brahma Ityadi Vakyam. So, Vakya beginning with the word Vijnanam, I guess that's the Vijnanadi Vakyam Utthapayati. That is being now taken up for discussion. Yad Jagata Ityadina. Yad Jagato Moolam Yena cha Shabdena Sakshad Vipadishyate Brahma Yad Yajnavalkya Brahmanan Prashtavan Tata Svena Rupena Shrutihi Asmabhyamaha. Yad Jagataha Moolam, that which is the cause of the creation or which is the abiding platform for this whole process of creation. Yenacha Shabdena,